have on local climate resilience as well as biodiversity? Does it enhance biodiversity? Does it kind of have some sort of direct benefit to biodiversity that, you know, we will see in the near future?
Yes, that's a definite yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you look at the degraded forests that we have been restoring since 2022,
yes,
you realize the native tree species diversity, those trees that, you know, people would know if I have stomachache, I can go take the leaves and boil and take and it will be good. You know, they were totally almost disappearing. For some, you could actually literally count one single tree in an entire, you know, forest.
Wow.
So you can imagine now with the kind of work that we have been doing, you know, and planting 12 different species of native trees.
Yeah.
That's a lot of biodiversity.
Absolutely.
Because you can imagine each tree in its own way, you know, will support different insects. You know, some of them are really good sources of forage. Their flowers are, you know, usually good sources of forage for the bees and,
yes,
and so on. So, you know, when you look at the diversity of the trees, that's one. When you look at the wildlife, the birds that are associated with those trees, then that's another whole new component. The other day, we were doing our routine monitoring in the forest, and we came across this 18-month-old tree that actually has this beautiful bird's nest. So for us, you know, it may look like just a single nest, but for us, we are thinking, how many other habitats have we created through this work for many of the other, you know, animals that, you know, normally inhabit or, you know, live in the forest. So yes, the impact in terms of climate resilience for the forest ecosystem is real. Is real, because the more diverse trees you have, the better ability they have to be able to break down the carbon dioxide, you know, and so on. And the more they return the dry leaves into the soil, the better they improve the soil in terms of also being able to absorb more carbon and retain it, you know, right there. So when you think about climate change, you know, we are thinking global warming is one of the major contributors. So if we are having these, you know, hundreds, thousands of trees that are coming up,
yeah,
think about the carbon sinks. Yeah. By the trees, by the soil, you know. So that's one of the things. If you think about resilience now in the from the perspective of the community, then we are saying the community is definitely going to be more resilient, because as part of this project, other than the projects we have been doing, other than the agroforestry, we have been, you know, training the communities so that they develop or acquire practical skills that they can use to generate income. Like we normally tell the women that you cannot say you don't have something that you can use to make money in your home. You know, those pieces of wood, can they make a chicken house? Can you keep some birds there? You can start with a few. They can be 2, they can be 3, but over time they will multiply. And the stories that we are getting from these women are amazing.